What's your name, my man?
Brendan Kelly.
All right. So what do you do? There's a lot of things.
Yeah. I was like, wait, what? How do I answer that one? Well, currently I own an Ninja Warrior gym. It's called Ultimate Ninja in downtown Lexington, which is about like 3 blocks from Rupp Arena. So it's a half Ninja Warrior gym, half boxing gym, but it turned into a half boxing gym because I opened it during like March 2020 was when COVID started.
Hit, yeah.
And so I actually had to start fighting to win money to keep my gym alive.
Really? So you had to train in there?
Yeah, and so then all the money I won from boxing and stuff, I just invested into my gym.
Yeah.
And invested in myself and said, all right, I'm going to buy stuff to make myself better. I won this money with it. Well, here's the next money I'll make with it.
Right.
Oh, so wow, that's what they make for the, okay.
So that's initially what got you into boxing and fighting in general?
That's literally what got me into fighting.
That's
boxing.
Crazy.
It was
just to keep the gym alive.
Well, yeah, that was it. Because my whole goal was, my end game was when I started my gym. I said, hey, in 1 year, I know my business plan is like set up for success. Like Ninja Warrior is so contagious. Right. It's so fun. Like you've been to my gym and stuff now. Have you?
No, I haven't.
You haven't? Okay. No. Well, I mean, it's like.
I need to come out for sure. Okay.
Well, I've been running it for 2 years in a pandemic by myself,
right.
And I'm at 245 Google reviews and all are 5 stars. Stuff I'm telling you, like
that's awesome.
Like legitimately, like Ninja Warrior is about as fun as it can get. Like it's just a fun way to work out. It's hard to have a like.
How do you get into that?
Fail, it's fun.
What got you into Ninja Warrior?
Yeah.
Oh, what got me into Ninja Warrior?
Yeah.
So I always watched it growing up and stuff, like on G4 TV.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit older than you. How old are you?
I'm 19.
32. How old are you?
20.
20? Okay, so I'm a whole, like, generation older. All right, that's cool. Well, I watched it on, like, G4 TV. I don't even know if you know what that is.
No, I don't.
Exactly. All right, so it was gaming channel, but it was, like, they had that on, but it was, like, originated in Japan, like, like hardcore, like, Japan, like, and it was, like, really awesome to watch. You're like, oh my gosh, like I want to try this, like
the
really,
Ninja
really
Warrior.
Cool, yeah, like really, really cool stuff, but like not 1/10 of the challenging it is now.
Yeah,
and stuff. But that's where it originated, and then it got better every year over there as well. Well, so my dad recognized I watched it and stuff, and in my sophomore year of college, I received I was having the best football season ever, like top.
Oh, you played college football?
Yeah. I was All-American safety.
Where'd you play at?
Originally, I played at UK. I got injured, and I finished my career out at University of Cumberland down south. But I got the year I was getting injured, I literally had the best statistical career out, like season career numbers out there. At the time, I was leading every
position?
Safety. I was leading like every category. 8th game of the season, I had a freak accident and like made a juke or something one time. While I was tackling a guy or I was getting tackled, I don't really remember, but it caused acute compartment syndrome, which so your muscles all have like a casing around them like a sausage.
Okay.
And so like what happened was when I either bent a certain way and got hit, or I got a helmet to the leg, don't know exactly what it was, but that area received such blunt trauma that muscle that's like a sausage swelled up so big that it couldn't expand anymore. So like my calf swelled up to the size of my thigh, and it cut off all the circulation to my muscle. So it didn't get any oxygen. It ended up dying.
Really?
So they had to remove the entire muscle because it died, and it controlled inversion, eversion your foot. So like that means the foot going in and out. So I'm not supposed to do this. And like the whole reason I was good at sports is because I was just shifty as could be.
And
like
fast,
So I mean like I'm 5'9", 160. Like I can't get hit. Like like when people tackle me, they don't tackle me. They get me and like get a foot and like or like I stuff like that. Like you're double
exactly.
Like you watch anytime I get tackled, it's like 2 to 3 people on me because they're having to like wrap up and another guy's having to get me stuff. But so lost that entire muscle. Wow. They told me I'd never be able to play sports again. And I was just like, I'll be all right.
Yeah.
And like legitimately.
I'll be okay.
And I remember just laying in the hospital and stuff like here and there. And I was like, having the most like peace over me. I'm like, yeah, like that was the funniest thing. I was like,
I'll be okay. Yeah,
yeah.
I'll be able to. So wait, how did they actually end up fixing that?
They just took the muscle out. I mean, I have this huge ass scar.
Oh, I see that
all
right there.
The way from like,
so that doesn't actually affect your mobility at all, or does it?
No, because yeah, that's what I'm saying. So here, like, so I got out after like a week or two. I let the stitches heal. That was my main thing. I was like, all right, once the stitches heal, I'll test myself because I'm not trying to like pop anything up, and I'm not trying to regress.
Yeah,
So I got to play a little bit smart stuff. So stitches heal and everything. They take them out. I'm in a boot at that point on crutches. I had to be in a wheelchair before then.
Going through a lot of physical therapy and stuff,
No, they wouldn't even let me physical therapy
really?
At this point. Yeah, I mean, like they were telling me again, like it was gonna be forever, like whatever I mean, like they took a whole muscle out.
Right, you
like,
shouldn't be even walking on it.
So then I get back to the dorms and stuff like 2.5 weeks out of surgery. They take the stitches out and stuff, and I have my boot on, and I'm like, all right, we'll see what I got. As I put pressure on it, didn't feel really any pain, you know. Okay, I start walking on it. I did everything of my progress to pain toleration because I was going to do what my body could tell me what I could do.
Right, exactly.
All right. So then like one day, like a couple days later, I just put my shoe on and I just start trying to walk.
Yeah.
And okay, I can do it. Or I'm hobbling
slowly
a little
progressing.
bit. Yeah, slowly progressing. A couple days later, I try to go into the training room and I was like, hey, can kind of use the elliptical? They were like, they denied me.
Right.
Like they were like,
you can't do this.
You're not do anything.
You're not supposed to be walking.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I was like, yeah. And I'm like, well, screw you guys. Yeah. So like I drove myself down to the football field when no one was there, and I would slowly like jog on the grass field. Yeah. Because I was like, that's the softest I can get, So because the grass field is gonna be softer than the track, and stuff. So I would do slow. Boom, boom, boom. Like every day.
Just do slow drills and stuff.
Yeah, like doing it just what my body said. In a month and a half, I was back to full speed.
Really?
Not even joking.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
After a surgery?
Yeah,
that's a big surgery.
A month and a half, and I'll show y'all pictures and stuff.
That's crazy. That's the fastest healing story I've ever heard.
Literally.
A month and a half,
and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. And then and so from that, people started writing stories about me and everything. But
oh my God.
Yeah, see that?
Oh my God.
That's my leg.
Oh my God.
I'm awake for that surgery.
That's crazy.
They cut me open while I'm awake for the surgery and stuff. Like
that's
here. I'll show you a picture of me awake during it because this is like.
Bro, what was going on? Like,
who is
you there? Like,
so look, here's me holding the freaking bedpost.
Oh my gosh!
I'm just holding the bedpost right there.
That's actually insane.
Yeah. I was like, I mean, like, and this was October 30th. Like, I post pictures. My sister posts pictures. Like, people think it's like fake because it's like right around Halloween and stuff. At first, originally, like people think it's fake. But so I came back in a month and a half. And I ran my first track race. Became All-American that year. Okay. Next year in track and stuff. And I became
after recovering?
Yeah, after recovering. and became All-American in football. Still after receiving that injury because my stats were so good from just 8 games.
That's crazy. That's actually
and then that's how I got a Ninja Warrior because people kept writing stories about me. My dad actually submitted me. I had no clue.
Yeah.
My dad submitted me, was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Like, he saw like a submission thing on probably like TV or watching or something.
Yeah.
And sent it. And then they called and were like, oh, man, we'd love to have him. And my first time ever getting on, never practicing an obstacle, made all of the finals in Vegas.
You got it?
Yeah, I made all the way to the finals in Vegas. I mean, I didn't win.
And you had no prior practice?
No prior practice. I never tried one obstacle in my entire life. And so, like, the whole thing with it is I got out of 15 seasons, only 2 people have ever won.
Right.
Because the whole thing behind it is it's the world's hardest obstacle course. It's like what was the hardest obstacle you ever did? It's like just doing all of them consecutively being perfect is the hardest thing to do.
And they time you. Yeah.
Yeah, your time and some of them. Well, a lot of the hardest thing to replicate is the pressure and environment.
Right.
So like how do you replicate in the night crowd surrounded with huge cameras around you,
and
huge obstacles. Obstacles, if you want to recreate yourself, they're going to be $50,000.
Oh, and like the ones that are like 50 feet up in the air and stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you recreate stuff like that?
Yeah.
So like that's the hardest thing to prepare for. You can do all this stuff in your gym and blah blah blah, this and that, but then
you get there and it's different.
Yeah, and it's like a out of body experience, and like the heart, like
that's crazy.
How you control it is just doing it more and like putting yourself in higher.
Right. How many times have you been on there?
Press yourself. Been on 5 times now.
Wow, 5 times on American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
Okay, what was your best run?
My first season, honestly.
The first season?
Yeah, I was set to beast at my second season. Ran through the first 2 obstacles in literally like 10, 11 seconds. Getting off the second obstacle, I jump off the thing and bend my foot in half and snap it, and then I.
Wait, the same foot. It
actually is the same foot as my right leg.
Oh my god!
I mean, it was before. I don't know. It was after that injury.
It was after the injury. That's
because I got an injury. Well, then I'm hobbling and I'm like, I don't know what. I'm just like, man, I'm in a lot of pain. I don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah.
And then like the next obstacle is this teeter-totter one, like this diamond thing that you have to jump on. But if you
jump, doing it with a broken foot.
Yeah, but if you jump on it, it tilts like this, right?
Yeah.
But you have to like tilt it back and jump to like the platform. So like I'm hobbling, I'm standing at the thing I got to jump to, and I'm like staring at it. I've jumped to it, and I like fall, and I like grab the sides. I'm like, I got it, like whatever. I like pick myself back up, and I'm looking at I jump, and I land on this one leg and just throw my shoulder straight into the ground.
There,
and it was really like the guy that was commentating for it was like perfectly awesome with it. Akjabar or whatever, like the guy.
Yeah.
He had great commentating for it. And then I finished through the 4th obstacle, or as I'm finishing the 4th obstacle, I reached my foot out and like I swear to God, literally touched like this much of water and it made a splash.
And they
got disqualified.
Yeah.
Oh. Otherwise, I would have still like made it past that round.
Yeah.
With a broken foot.
Yeah.
That's actually nuts. Yeah.
And the cooler thing is like next week, I ran my conference championships because it was my senior year.
With a broken foot?
On my broken foot. And it was literally like my broken foot is like snapped in half right here. And I went to the doctor and I was like, I'm trying to get, I had to get an approval to run and stuff, and I can go, and I'm like, hey, like, I just want you, I mean, like, I know my foot's broken, like, here, can you take me x-rays, but can you just clear me to run? Like, am I going to hurt myself worse? Like, is it, like, bad broken, or,
fracture.
Is it just going to, be hard to do? Yeah. And the guy's like, you can't do this. Like, you'll pass out of pain. Yeah. I was like, but can I do it? Like, just like, what I'm saying? Like,
can my body do it?
Yeah, I'm saying, am I going to hurt myself or whatever? And he's like, and so I ended up getting like him to clear me somehow. And then I still went to the thing, and they weren't going to, my trainers weren't going to clear me. Yeah. And I was like, no, screw this. I'm like,
did you have to change anything like what you were wearing when you would run? I mean, that's crazy.
No, I just wore my normal spikes and everything. And like I have this all on Google Drive.
That's crazy.
I have this all on Google Drive of them like filming my foot as I'm warming up, like, and it's raining and everything and stuff like that. And like,
what was your pain level going through this?
Non-existent to begin with.
Does your adrenaline just take over?
Adrenaline, yeah. But I mean, I was hesitant of it at first. I mean, like, I was running more on my heel to warm up and stuff. But like, I took off the gate. I see like some effects, like my adrenaline was too bad because I took off way too fast.
Right.
Led the whole race. 700. I ran the 800 meter. I led 798 meters. I got passed. Yeah, but so like I was leading big, and then the last 100 meters, because I went out too hard, like my body just locked up, and I hadn't practiced for a week, so my body became lethargic because my foot and stuff. So like from that. I was easily like my time was the best to win.
Yeah.
I was supposed to win. I should have won.
And then right there at the
and
end.
and I just got past literally
That's very
2
unfortunate.
meters. Yeah.
It's crazy that you ran it with the foot though. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, I puked afterwards because of either like adrenaline overload, I think, and stuff. I never puked after a run before. But yeah.
Well, I mean, isn't that pretty common though? Like when people break bones and stuff like that, for them to. Like it's such a shock to them, they can throw
injuries can be, but I mean most people aren't gonna like do an injury and then do something after it. You know? So I mean like I don't know how much that's been tested.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can get nauseous from an injury.
Right. Well, yeah, for sure. So after you started doing the Ninja Warrior, did you open up? What year did you open up your shop? You said 2020.
March 2020 was my gold open date. Yeah.
Then right in the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah.
No, like right at the start.
How is that process of opening it through the pandemic? I mean, I'm sure it was hard to even keep it running, so you had to fight.
I made
right?
negative $27,000 my first year, and I started the company with $5,000. I don't know how I survived, honestly, other than fighting, winning money that way, and I had a couple people like donate here and there and stuff. But I took my inheritance early, which my parents gave me $20,000, and so
like
if
to
they
help
die,
you keep running.
Yeah, to keep my gym alive and stuff. And so like literally I took my whole, so like if my parents die and they had $20,000 to leave me, like then I get nothing.
Right.
When my brother and sister get they split whatever.
Yeah.
You know, if it's less than that, then I still get, I don't owe them anything. If it's more than that, it's just deducted. Yeah. You know. And so because that's what my parents did for them to buy my child house home.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
They lent them their inheritance early, and my parents.
So they bought the home.
Yeah, for us to grow up in and live in, which helped us. I love my childhood home.
Yeah.
And then, so like my grandparents just died, so like they got that deducted from whatever they got left.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I think they got $30,000 to put down on the home to help them buy the home. And that's the thing, is like the whole thing in life is like, for real though, like if you don't have money, you can't make money. Like unless,
it's crazy.
Like it's all about who you know. It's not what you know. I've played the game long enough now. I'm 32. Like I've played the game at a high level.
Right.
Like stuff, and I still haven't made it. You know.
Right.
Like, and I was thinking, I was like, I've done a lot of crazy, amazing, cool shit and stuff. Like I've broken numerous world records. I've been on Ninja Warrior 5 times. I'm the boxing champion now. Like I've been at the top 11. I'm a multi All-American college sport athlete. Like I've been farther than most people ever go in just one direction.
Right.
You know, and numerous ones and stuff. And like the main thing with it is just I kept trying to press for these things and not meet context that we're gonna, like, that's the whole thing, is I've met so many people that have half the worth of what I have, half the drive, but because someone gave them the opportunity to succeed, they got the opportunity to succeed. Right. And that's the thing, is like now that's what I'm building, and I'm building a resume, and I'm building, like, that was why I decided to break the world records and stuff, and just like, all right, y'all want to overlook me, I'm going to become so gosh damn good you can't deny me anymore.
Right.
And so, I mean, like, I've ran a mile backwards in 5 minutes and 53
seconds. And that's the Guinness
seconds.
World Record that you hold, correct?
Yeah, well, it got broke by the guy that I broke it from.
Okay.
But ran a mile backwards in 5:53 faster
that is
than 9.
insane.
Yeah, it's faster than 99% of people run a mile forward. I just broke the world record for most chin-ups in 24 hours with 5,555, and it only took me 18 hours. Yeah, it only took me 18 hours, and I quit with over 4 hours left.
How long ago did you break that record?
In December.
Wow.
That's crazy. Didn't, what's his name, David Goggins have that
David
one?
Goggins' record ain't got nothing on me and stuff. Like,
you smacked him?
Oh.
David Goggins' record was 4,321, but that was pull-ups. I did chin-ups, but that record now has been smacked and smacked and smacked. David Goggins just made it famous for some reason.
Yeah.
And he got exposure from it. That's what I'm saying. Like, that was the thing.
Right.
Literally that. Like, it's whatever it takes to break it, or whoever gets a hold of whatever. Right. You know, he got famous and like that was one of the main things that pelted him. You know, like David Goggins, in all honesty, ain't got shit on me. I could beat him in anything. I'm being dead serious.
No,
like,
I believe you too.
We're the same size, and stuff. Like, I think he might be a little bit more than me, or something like that. But like, he was legitimately, in his book, it took him 3 times to break that record. Yeah. Right. And on his 3rd attempt at hour 17, he's at 3,000. He talks about how much his hands are in pain and stuff. Hour 17, I was at 5,000. Like,
wait. So how many did you do in the first hour? About
500.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So like, you gotta do more in the first half than you're gonna do in the back half. Right.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna start as fresh as you will be in the back half. As you were in the first half. You can't be like, all right, my goal is 6,000. I'm going to do 3,000 through 12, and I'm going to do 3,000 through 24. No, it's not, that isn't how it's working.
So let me ask you this, and I'm sorry just because I don't know exactly how it works. You are hanging for that long?
No, you can do whatever you want. I can go to sleep. I can sleep for 6 hours.
Oh, it's just okay.
I have 24 hours to do however many I want.
Yeah. I thought it was completely different. I was like, wow.
No, you're good.
But still, that's insane.
What was your strategy for? Like, did you sleep in?
Yeah.
No, I didn't sleep.
You just 24 hours.
It was easy. Well, that's the thing is people are like, you didn't sleep. I was like, it's one day. Right. I was like, what the hell's wrong with y'all? Like, y'all gonna? I'm like, it's one day. Like, this is a world record. Like, what? Like, I get that question though, and I'm like.
So what type of training?
I was like, they've done Dance Blue for 24 hours.
Right.
You know, like, that was like all those people who did this dance. Like,
people
no, like, shut like, guys, it's not hard.
Right.
Like, all I had to do was put in the work that was required.
Yeah.
Like, and that's it.
That's what I was about to ask you. What type of training did that take to be? I mean, that's.
Yeah. I mean, so like I had check marks, checkpoints. Again, I set the date.
Right.
I said, hey, I'm going to break this world record on this date. All right, I need to be here by this time. I need to be here by this time. I need to be here by this time.
Right.
And that's what I did. So, however I trained for it, I would change it up. Muscle confusion is a great thing. Like, if you do the same workouts, you plateau and things like that. But, like, normally I would automatically, my off days would be like, I'd start off with my off days being 100 chin-ups no matter what, as fast as I could do. Got down to where I do 100 chin-ups in 6 minutes. Easy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Like, that's actually insane. I mean, I can't.
6 minutes easy.
Yeah.
And I'd get to the point where and then every Friday I would do an hour, how many I could do in an hour. And it'd be, started out easy 600, got up to like 800, stuff like that. And then I grew on there, like the next week I would do, all right, I could do 150.
Right. Okay. And just like progressing.
Slowly progress off that, and then my checkpoints would get bigger.
Right.
All right, the highest I went was 6 hours.
6 hours.
Because I knew there's no point. So like when you're training for a marathon, you don't run a marathon. It's so damaging and taxing your body. You just say, hey, when I get to this point, I'm going to be in a hell ton of pain.
Right. You just got to be able to.
Yeah, I just got it. Yeah. And I was in a hell ton of pain. Like
I
luckily had people this time I got to buy into me. I had 2 masseuses with me the whole time. They'd wake up in naps and shift and massage me when I needed it, stuff like that. Yeah. Like I got people to buy into me. I got people in rehab to buy into me. I got them to do treatments to me. And that was the whole thing is I said, hey, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I already did this first one. I already ran this mile backwards.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's how stupid that record is.
What made you like
well, I was calling my coach and I said, hey, I'm going to break this pull-up record. He said, man, why are you doing such a hard one to begin with? Yeah. He said, why don't you look up like world's fastest mile ran backwards. I was 408 miler forward and stuff. And I did. And I was like, I saw what it was, and I was like,
I can do it.
I said, all right, I'll go to the track tomorrow, and I'll run a 400 and see if I'm on like pace.
On pace, yeah, for it.
I mean, obviously, I couldn't run a mile straight off the bat backwards, dude. Like you have to retrain your whole body like that.
How long does that take you?
6 months.
Oh,
only 6 months though. I feel like that.
I mean, again. But you're all 6 months, and my 6 months are different. Like my 6 months are me putting in the work required.
Right.
Like that's the thing is I'm like I don't know how hard y'all work, but I mean like I outwork everyone. That's why I'm the best.
I love the energy.
But like for real, that's why I'm the best. Like I that's cool. Like y'all
putting in the effort.
Yeah, like I win because I know I'm outworking. I told my opponent after my fight, I went straight up to him and I was like, hey man, hell of a fight, blah blah blah. I know I outworked you. I know you're a businessman. I know you're busy. And, like I own a gym. Like I outworked you. I told him straight to his face, and he's like, yeah. Like he agreed and stuff. But he was like, I still thought I won the second and third. I was like, I didn't say anything to him. I was like, hey,
he just held
he's
that
a
belt
really cool. The guy I beat was a cool guy. He's 21-1. I mean, I beat.
And your record was
I beat
what
the
at
tar
that
out
time?
of him. 11-2. I'm 12-2 now. Yeah. But my last fight I lost. I literally lost with a broken hand and stuff. And ever since then, I haven't lost. Beating the crap out of people.
So
and I finally started taking it serious. So originally, again, I was just winning it to win money to save my gym. Now I've broken my world records. I've saved my gym. Now I got time.
It's only time to go up.
Now I got my time. No, now I got time to actually invest. I'm telling you, I'm going to become the most violent, lightweight out there.
I'm ready to see it.
Dude, no one can handle my power. I swear to God. Like I fight at 150. I swear to God, I throw every bit of a 185 pound.
So real quick, what are you fighting in? Like what is it called again? Rough and Rowdy, right?
I fight multiple things now, but yeah.
Okay, so explain to the people that are
semi-pro boxer, but Rough and Rowdy through Barstool Sports is essentially what is my main headliner and stuff. So
explain to
I'm the lightweight Rough and Rowdy champ.
Okay, explain to the people that are watching what exactly Rough and Rowdy is, because it's not like
okay, yeah,
boxing.
oh yeah. So Rough and Rowdy, it is the archaic version of fighting. It is more. I compare it to the Roman Coliseum. So if you know what the Roman Coliseum is, honestly, most of your fights were like slave fight, filler fights.
Yeah.
Like between your like gladiator, like, hey, we're here to see like these guys fight, but like our like slave fight and our entertainment fights, like old dude from the holler fight from old dude from the holler.
Right. And then they had midgets fighting too.
Midget fight. But I mean, the midgets are actually
no,
good.
they were like
I think we got to call them dwarfs or little people.
Oh yeah, I'm
or
sorry.
Something like that. No, we're good. Yeah, no. But but yeah, Jeremy Smith, they go crazy. I mean, like the BMF, like baddest motherfucking dwarf title. That's what it is. He's a unit, man. Yeah, like he's legit.
It's a cool. It's
an incorporation of like everything. It's like I try to tell people, I'm like, it's like advertise straight to the tailgating crowd at football games and stuff like that. That's the environment you get for the entire fights. It's like with a little bit of Jerry Springer-esque likeness in there of it. So, but it's all action packed. It's 3 1-minute rounds of, hey, I'm gonna beat the living shit out of you.
Yeah, and y'all are they're literally just swinging.
Throwing hands.
They're just swinging.
Yeah, I mean, like, but when you get to the gladiator fights, more like me and the title championship fights and stuff, like you have to earn your way there and stuff. Right. Like you got to fight through the slave fights or whatever. Like, hey, I got to work my way up. Like, stuff and now those ones, like you get bangers sometimes. Like I'm in my last one.
I'm really
we threw
surprised
hands
he
the whole
didn't go
time.
out. I
mean, I hit him hard several times. Like he
I
lost.
seen you knock him out the ring.
Dude, not threw his ass out the ring. But I mean, like in all honesty, I feel like after I rocked him in 30 seconds of the first round, I don't feel like he got his legs back.
Yeah.
So,
he was just sort of staggering up.
I just never feel like he got his legs back. He pressed forward the whole time. Like I commend him. Like he was a true champion. Like he knew he was down and he fought.
How many times did he defend his belt?
He won it once and defended once in the new Rough and Rowdy. So he was an old Rough and Rowdy champ. It got put over by Barstool. So like I don't know. I mean, like he's 21-1, so he had to defend a lot of titles.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah,
Gave him his second
but
loss.
he became up to Rough and Rowdy. He took it from Shizat the Rizat, who's a good fighter, who I beat in a 3-round decision as well. Mm-hmm. It was one of the better battles in Rough and Rowdy too, like straight up brawl. So he won it from him in the first one. And then he beat Shizat again because it was a close one. So they rematched, and then I won it from him. So he defended once, essentially, in this.
So now you're the champion. So what is next for the champion? Like, who are you wanting to fight? What are you wanting to do?
I mean, trying to get some celebrities out there and stuff. Like, hopefully I can hook in Bryce Hall or somehow like that. Got a guy getting like working on like a media content creator and stuff. Like, hopefully we can put some stuff in there that gets enough splash to like get his bitch ass in the ring and stuff, and just say like he's like, I was going to take $2 million to get me in the Rough and Rowdy. It's like, bitch, you're already rich. Like, why you need $2 million? Go ahead and do it for charity. Like, how people are hurting from all this shit that's happening in the world and stuff like that. Like, you're fine enough, and you've been in all these street fights. Right. Like, you're a beast, right?
Just fight for charity, yeah.
Why not fight? I'm a nobody. Like, why not fight me? Like, come on, I'm just regular dude. You're this badass.
Right. So
I think you should keep pushing that.
Yeah, no, I will.
And then I think you should beat his ass when you fight him.
Beat his ass.
I mean, that's the whole thing, is he'll never accept it because he'd get his ass kicked. Straight. I mean, that's the whole thing, for real.
Yeah.
Like, if we're speaking honestly, I've already met enough people in the Rough and Rowdy ring that come there that specifically that are celebrities that only fight fights that they know they're not going to get challenged.
Right.
And when that fight falls through and someone steps up, they back out. I swear to God, I've watched it happen. Literally watched it happen this last weekend. I'm not gonna like call people out and stuff, but like that's I've watched it happen. That they only take done deals. They're not. I'm not gonna give up my clout, stuff like that. It's like, you're a bitch. Like, you're a bitch.
When you're over here betting 5,000 on yourself.
Yeah. So explain that. So you bet 5,000 on yourself. Explain a little bit how you got your. How you got your title fight?
So how I got my title fight was like March 23rd. So we fought we fought May 19th. Fought May 19th this past weekend.
Yeah.
But on March 23rd, I posted a video because they said, hey, this is Rough and Rowdy's back. Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
So I said, hey, no one else is getting that title fight besides me. I was like, I don't care. Like, I'm not letting anybody else get it. So I went, shot a video. I claimed it. Yeah. I said, I'm taking what is mine, you know. And so I like did this thing, a swing off the ring, did a backflip in the air, landed in like superhero pose, like stood up, was like, hey, you're looking at your next lightweight champ or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if that's if my boy Scarface will take this fight. And you know what? I'm gonna even sweeten the pot for you, man. If you take this fight, I'll double your purse if you win.
Yeah.
So if you beat me, that's 10 large.
And you bet 5,000.
Yeah, so I put 5,000 up. So like we get 5,000 for winning in a championship match,
right,
on stuff, and like there can be more and less as well. But I'm up to the 5,000 level now. I'll get higher because I'm gonna keep kicking ass. So you get 5,000, and I was like, hey, you win. If you beat me, I'll double it. So I'll get,
right.
and I showed up with 5,000 in cash, and I said, listen, I was like, I picked you for a reason. You're 21-1.
Right.
Picked you for a reason. Like you're a good fighter. Last time you won, they said you were in a class of your own. You know, like I'm here to prove I'm the only man in a class of his own.
You were hungry for the belt.
Yeah, and so I was like, you know, I showed up with it, you know, boom, boom, like this, and waved it and stuff, and then you know, like his talking back was like, this is what most people do with me now, like, oh yeah, you're this great athlete, blah, 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 but you're not a fighter. I'm gonna show you what a fighter. Like when we swing hands, he's a cool dude. I mean, he doesn't ever talk trash, and like I'm not a trash talker to him because he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
But that's what most people say to me, anyways. Is I'm saying like, and I'm like, bitch, I'm the best at whatever I train for. Y'all don't know, like I trained for this shit this time. Like this is my goal this time.
So is this so is fighting what you're
fighting is my goal now.
Okay, I was about to say because
my goal is to become the most violent lightweight out there. I am the better version of Butterbean as a lightweight.
We've talked about Butterbean.
Dude, I'm telling you. Yeah, that's fine.
Dude.
Talk about Butterbean's a beast.
Yeah, dude.
I am the more American, more beast, more that. Butterbean was just, hey, I'm a unit. You can hit me. I'm going to hit you. I say, hey, I'm a unit. I'm going to beat the fucking shit out of you. And I'm going to come at you.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's
awesome.
And I rep USA all the way. You know, work your ass off. You'll become the best.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing about it.
That's
like,
your motto.
Yeah, it don't matter who you are. You can use whatever you. In America, you have every opportunity to be the victim or the victor. You can use whatever excuse you want to. Why you didn't make it, I guarantee you, I'll find someone in a significantly worse situation than you that made it.
That is crazy. I mean, that's
significantly worse situation.
I know, and it's crazy to me because I feel like people have the tendency to worry more about what they don't have.
Oh yeah.
Than just
the grass is always greener.
Working toward what they could have. You know,
grass is always greener, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's because of this. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
In all honesty, like. There's a rule. I can hear you complain about something once. That's great. If I hear you complain about the same thing twice, that's a problem. Yeah. You should be working on a solution. Mm-hmm. Exactly. You know, that's the thing is like, you're like, all right, that's cool. There's a time when you get knocked down, you can lay down for a little bit.
Yeah.
But it becomes your fault when you don't get up.
Exactly.
Damn right.
All right. Yeah. You know, so like for real, like I like 100% with that. Like so many people just lay on the ground saying woe is me. Right. They that's this whole Me Too culture.
Right.
Whoa, look at me. Oh, I didn't
just work.
This person made fun of me and then blah, 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 I'm not included, this and that, and it's like literally, where the hell are we? Because we wanted to become a pansy culture and accept everybody for what they want to be, and we got people that are believing they're cats and stuff, and we gotta put like cat litter in the kids' bathrooms at school. Like, I mean, these are real. I mean, you have, for real though, you have menstrual products in boys' bathrooms in Oregon already.
Oh wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a slippery slope on the stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like, okay, come on. Like, at a certain point, like, come on.
There's definitely a lot of shit that just,
Yeah.
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 No, definitely. That's funny. You said fucking believe your cat put litter box in a bathroom.
No, for real though. Like I swear to God, I guarantee you can Google some shit like that, and it probably has already happened.
So we heard a little bit about how your gym was at a point where it was almost closing.
Yeah.
So now what are you working towards?
I'm surviving. I'm stable. I'm working on summer camps right now, trying to get shit growing there.
So are you trying to train people to do American Ninja Warrior? or are you?
No, not right now. In the future, yeah, stuff like that. But as of now, no, not really.
What's more of just I feel like a different kind of conditioning.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's a way of life. My gym's more of a family culture.
Right.
Hey, like let's grow together. Like that's my main thing is inclusion and like Ninja Warrior is how good you want to be. Like by just doing
what
the
type
shit.
of work are you gonna put in?
Yeah, but it's literally if you just show up and do it, you're good at it. Like I've watched so many kids that aren't good in other sports and stuff like that become beasts in Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
Just because they literally show up and do the work. Like that's all you gotta do is just do the obstacles.
No, exactly.
Like it makes you strong, and then the other people can't do it because it's all how strong you are for yourself.
Yeah.
And stuff. So it's pretty cool to watch, like the geeky kids beat the crap out of like some athletes and stuff. Like it's always fun to watch. I've had the men's UK soccer team and baseball team come in. Women's basketball team was best at all. Men's soccer and baseball were horrible at almost everything.
That's funny.
Yeah, they sucked at everything.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And they didn't have proportional body weight for strength. Soccer, obviously, they're not going to use your upper body as much. Baseball, they were all just so like stout and or tall, and so like they just couldn't do anything. Yeah.
And the girls ended up being the best.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They were like because they were like better proportional athletes.
Yeah. So, aside from the American Ninja Warrior part of your gym, are you planning on opening up any type of boxing to the public?
Yeah, it's already. Yeah, we're already in the works. I already got like my guy that like helps coach me and stuff. He's a pro boxer. He's now having Adolfo Washington, who's like fought like Holyfield and stuff, like train and like coach it, or like WCB belts and all this stuff. I don't know all his accolades and stuff, but he's starting to coach there now too, and like we're like literally, he's gonna be BJ, my coach, who's the pro. He's gonna be like the GM of the boxing side and stuff, and so like we'll be working that whole thing. Yeah.
That'll be exciting. I know, especially with what you got going on. That'll be.
Oh yeah, and that's
really
the whole
cool.
thing is creating content with that and stuff, like and getting people in off just that's the thing is names get people in.
No, exactly. And so I've seen you've also done some MMA fights. You've done
did one, yeah.
Like you did only one MMA fight, and
so
then,
far.
Didn't you do another style of not wrestling, but you did another style other than Rough and Rowdy and an MMA fight, didn't you? I've seen you post a lot of stuff on your Instagram. I'm just trying to think of what it was.
Just it was probably like a tough man style tournament where you had to fight multiple days.
Okay, maybe.
Or like you have to fight until you're the last man standing. I think that was the last one. That probably. Yeah, like so, like you fight once on Friday, and then the next day you show up, you fight until there's one man left.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so you can fight up to 4 times the next night.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. So I won that. That was the Baileysville Brawl. That was my first like belt that I got. And then I just won the Rough and Rowdy. That was my last belt. But I fought an MMA fight. Didn't train one lick for MMA other than saying like a month out. I
just wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And you set your date, didn't you?
Did you win the MMA fight?
I did. Yeah. So I fought a guy that was in it for a year plus. Supposedly, he fights at American Top Team, which is a really good gym out of Atlanta.
Yeah.
And I was just like, hey, I'm
a
hell of an athlete.
Yeah.
I'm big, fast, strong. I'm in shape. Let's go see what my instincts can do.
Right.
I said, I could lose. Whoop-de-doo. Let's see how good I am on raw, natural, like
instincts, just fighting, yeah,
and being just in good shape.
MMA is crazy.
And I did well, man. Like a lot of people are like, "Holy shit, dude! Like you looked like you've been at it for a hot minute." But isn't that? I mean, like my ground game sucked dick. But when I was up top and stuff like that, like I did well. I was manhandling and stuff. Ground game, obviously, I knew was gonna be my lack. I didn't know like BJJ, stuff like that.
Do you plan on pursuing that at all, or are you just trying?
Yes and no, possibly. It's just where the routes go.
Yeah.
Whatever door's open, I'm going screaming through. Stuff like that. So that was the whole thing. Is like
whether it's boxing, MMA.
I don't care who gives me my first shot. I'll go knock. Yeah, why not?
Right.
Like, why not?
Right.
Like you give me my shot. Like I hit harder than anyone my size. I guarantee you. And I last longer than most people too, like at full power.
We were talking a little bit about this earlier, but I'm actually so surprised after all the injuries you've had in your right leg that you're able to still have this type of physical interaction or physical altercation. Like, you know what I'm saying?
There's so many people that would have called everything athletic quits right after the injury.
Oh, dude.
And then a month later, you ran that damn track.
Dude, I was talking to someone the other day. I had easily 5 points in my life where I guarantee you 98% of people would have already given up at that point. And like I was 5'2", 97 pounds for freshman in high school. I was made fun of all the time. I was offered 0 scholarships leaving high school. You know, I got kicked off UK's team after I got hurt, after I was the third strongest on the team pound for pound, like stuff like that. I got shut out, this and that. I got overlooked so much in my life. I received that injury to my leg, numerous other things. Like I've been thrown from a car going 80 miles per hour and like landed straightly perfect and walked away with like a scratch on my back.
That's actually.
And I assume you just wasn't buckled.
Yeah, that's the only reason my life was saved. My car started flipping. Like literally, and I braced myself and I like put one arm up. The first flip, car top lands, pops the sunroof off. My second flip, I'm curled in a ball. You know how big a sunroof is? It's like this big.
Yeah, small as fuck.
Small as fuck. I was curled up in a ball. My back was placed on the ground. The whole car just flips away from me.
Really?
And I watch it flip for like 5 more times.
That is like okay.
It was. Yeah, I swear to God, like on everything. I did this. This is a true story. Like 100% true. Everything about this. It was like watching a like Fast and Furious movie. You know, something like that. Like where the guy ducks and the car like goes over and flip.
That is
like,
actually
no, that's a true story. And then honestly, the next thing true. The first 3 people that they all stopped right behind me. 2 were nurses and 1 was a retired firefighter. And the guy as my car's still flipping, a backpack flies out, like everything flies out while my windows were open and stuff. It was summer, like it just like rained, and so like what happened was there was a car parked on the shoulder, and I was looking up to get off on the shoulder, and I was looking at my maps thing. I looked up, I was like, oh, and I made a correction, and I just lost control. And then I was like, oh, I don't want to hit the wall, and I went into the side, and it just started flipping.
Overcorrect.
Yeah. Or no, my tires were just so bald that like, no matter what, it didn't matter.
That's nuts.
Yeah. And so it was crazy. Yeah,
I can visually see that a little bit.
Sun.
I mean, that's crazy. I mean, you didn't. Did you
just
fly at all, or your back was against the ground?
Well, I mean, I had a little. Well, that was the funny thing. Like I said, I was picking up the backpack right, and as it's still flipping away, and I'm over here like mad. My only thoughts as the car's flipping and stuff, like everyone's like, oh, did you flash live flash? I was like, no, time slowed down, but the only thing I thought was, damn, my car's gonna be totaled. I swear. I swear that was literally the only thought, and that was one of the cool things I've thought about too. Like back to like that and my leg injury. Like I've never had any worries.
Right.
Like I was like, I'll be alright. You know,
like, no matter what situation.
Yeah, because that's the whole thing is like I'm gonna I can always push through whatever. Like I'll be cool. Right. But I'm over here as my car's flipping away, like picking stuff up, like shoving it in my backpack. Like mad as can be. Like
I mean, I can't even.
The firefighter guy stops and goes. He's like stops in his truck. He yells. He's like, "Stop! Stop! You're in shock. You're hurt. You're hurt." He's like telling me how hurt I am and in pain. He's like, "I'm already called an ambulance." Oh, like 2 nurses show up with stuff and everything, and then they all see me. I'm wearing like this WWJD bracelet and stuff, and the nurse lady goes up to me. Looks like, well, that explains it.
Yeah,
that's why. And so it was pretty cool. But
that is nice.
It was funny. I literally walked away from a crazy accident where legitimately like my car flipped 7 times and I was thrown from it. And that's the thing is you always have to take pictures and videos so people believe.
Yeah, no, everything you've told us tonight, you've had a damn picture to prove.
You gotta have documentation, and that's the whole thing. Like documentation instead of representation or something like that. Right. But yeah, I mean, I've been through it all, man. Name it. But the only reason I was able to is because like my father laid the road, the steps, you know.
Right. So do you think you get your drive from your father, or do you think you developed that yourself?
Stuff that was instilled in me. So like that's my car flipped. So I was like flipped like 7 times and everything afterwards. But yeah. So
fell right through the fucking sunroof.
That's insane.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, like the sunroof again. That's the funniest thing. It's like the sunroof is literally like this big.
Yeah.
Like you're like I'm not even trying to say all the possibilities. I don't even.
Like I could have like had an arm out at first, and, like crushed, and like all the like. There's so many stories of people like literally chopped in half off that stuff too. Like the exact opposite. But like I landed on my back and was like this, and watched the car just flip away from me.
That is like one of those moments you can't ever.
No, I know. I was like, the only thing that could have been more cool is if I flew up in the air and landed like this.
Yeah, who says that after they survive a car wreck? That's legendary.
Yeah, but that's the only thing I was like, that's the only way it could be more cool. Yeah, you know, like for real.
Like more cool.
No, for real though.
It's crazy. Like there's there's people out there that would happen to, and they would literally be like, use that as such a reason. They would not call it cool. Like they would not call it cool. Like you call it cool. They'd be like, "That's my near death experience. Like I'm scared to get in a car now." You say,
yeah, but that means they're a bitch. I ain't bitch made.
Simple.
No, I mean it's most likely because I'm here for a reason. Stuff like that. Like I've learned through the grind and stuff. My reason is to light others on fire. Like the reason why my passion and drive is so big and burns so bright is because it lights others on fire. I've watched it now. Like I've watched other people be around me and have to go for things. Like they can't be around me and stay stagnant. You know, I when I did my first MMA fight and stuff, I had my buddy come to me. He's like, dude, blah blah blah, like this, like, and he's like, I'm gonna enter my first BJJ tournament. He told me like a month ago, he's like, nah man, I'm too old, I'm not gonna compete, blah, blah, stuff like that, and this and that. And that's the thing is, I've had numerous people go for. I have another friend that's doing the bodybuilding competition because I entered a bodybuilding competition and never trained for it and won.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like and stuff like, and that was the thing is like I'm in this good a shape because like how hard I train.
Right, exactly.
And stuff and. Boy, that was the thing is like people like every week I'm doing something different. And
how many times a day do you work out, or like how often do you train?
Honestly,
your body?
I only really work out 5 times a week, just hard. 4 times a week hard, 1-ish, and then 2 like active days.
So you
of rest.
believe in rest a lot?
Well, that's the whole thing. Is the whole society before was American way was train until you're injured. Like your body needs rest. Your body has to. So like if you're explain to someone like this, so like. Say your muscles start at a level 10, boom, I did a workout. They get down to like a 4. All right. The next day they're up to 7. Oh, I'm going to hit it again. Oh, I'm going to get so strong. Well, I never let it build to a 11, you know. So therefore I'm breaking down that 7 to a 5. Boom. All right, well, I'm going to let it build up to 9. Boom, I hit it again. Like you got to let it get back there before it can truly gain. So like what you're doing is if you work out stuff that's sore, you're breaking down stuff that's already broken down. Now there's a difference between like light sore and like
and just
stuff like that.
Normal
like man, boom, boom, like and that's how you get an injury too. Like if you're already broken down, that's your body saying, hey, like
stop,
give me a rest. You know, like So like everything I do is body responsive. So now when I tell people to work out, how I do everything myself is I go until I've got like 1, 2 more left,
and then you stop.
No, I don't stop. And then from when I got 1 or 2, so let's say I start at 50 pounds. Until I got 1 or 2 left of whatever the hell exercise I'm doing. 1 or 2 left. Boom. As soon as I get that done with that 1 or 2 left, I pick up the 45s. And I go until I got 1 or 2 left. Boom. I go down to the 40s until I got 1 or 2 left. Boom. Down to 35s. Boom. Down to 30s. Down to the 25s. When I'm done, the 25s, I've tricked my body in telling it's 50s.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing is, but my body doesn't have to work as hard and is not being extenuated by the 50s because it's not 50 pounds.
Right. That's a crazy. I like that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, look at me.
Yeah.
I
mean, you're really putting your body through a lot.
Yeah. No, that's the thing.
That's a hard workout.
It's a 6-minute soreness series. Basically, you're doing each weight for a minute. And you drop it for like 6 sets, and in that 6 minutes. I did more than you're gonna do in 15 minutes doing all your bullshit rest.
Yeah.
Right. And my next day I broke my muscles down so much farther than you did. I'm gonna burn significantly more calories the next day repairing my muscle because I broke it down more than you. I got to a more superficial part. So therefore, that's why like everyone's like, man, how do you eat like you eat?
I was gonna say, what type of diet do you have?
I don't have a diet. I have a eat whatever the hell I want to eat diet.
That's crazy.
I'm a 3 to 5 times. I'm a 3 to 5 times milkshake a week guy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Don't eat I don't eat vegetables.
That is insane.
I run right now 30 to 50 miles a week, and I'm about to up the training there. I run 30 to 50 miles a week. I do 4 HIIT training sessions a week, and my job is working out.
Yeah.
But I made that my job.
Yeah, right.
That's
Because it's your alley. I mean,
Yeah.
of course. I have a really good saying: find something you love, and you'll never work a day in your life.
Exactly. Yeah. 100%.
And that's literally, this is a prime example. Like, you fight, that's what you do. Your gym is fighting. You know, you're athletic. You're American Ninja Warrior. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's
so it's just fun, man. Like, just
what's next for American Ninja?
Well, June 10th is my next fight. Gonna go win the title, the 154 weight class, up in Wayne, West Virginia. It's like,
is that Rough and Rowdy through Barstool's?
No, that's through New Line, Cage Fighting and Boxing. Then the next week I have another fight.
Fights
for King of the Mountain State.
Back week.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat the shit out of everybody.
Dude, yeah, he's a monster, dude.
And then July 23rd, another championship belt.
For the Rough and Rowdy on that one? No.
For Mike Shepard's Doghouse Gym. And then August 19th, we Rough and Rowdy. That's what's on the plate now.
So you've got 4 fights from now.
I love how you have one scheduled back to back, because like you have no loss inside of all, because you just like know you're gonna win that one, so that's why you're fighting one the next week.
Yeah,
that's a great mindset.
I don't train to
lose.
Exactly.
I
was like, yeah,
you don't play losing.
Like, I'll set shit up. If I lose, then I don't get the next one, boom, not whoop-de-doo, like, or whatever. But I'm setting up for, like, if you set up for failure, you know, like, I set up for success.
Of course.
Like, at all times, like people, when someone was like, man, like, what do you do when you doubt yourself? And I'm like,
why would I doubt myself?
well, not necessarily that, but like, so there's a line that I like the other day I heard too, is like, consistent results equal confidence. So like, putting in the work and getting the results, that's why that cancels out doubt. But the other thing is too, putting in the work that is required, that means you aren't gonna have doubt either. It's like, I know I worked my ass off. The people that don't know they worked hard enough, those are the ones that are like nervous and stuff, like, oh, like, did I do enough? Well, this and that, like, did I put enough? Am I gonna be able to step up to this moment? But like, oh man, I didn't work out for this week. Well, this and that, like, things like that. And I started retraining for my next fight that's 3 months away with Rough and Rowdy on Monday. 2 days after my last fight. So that's the thing, is like, this is easy, man. It's just showing up and putting the work.
Yeah, you're dedicated.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome, bro. Yeah. I still can't get over that you bet 5,000 on yourself for the fight. Well, of course, like, you would, because you're like that confident in yourself. But like, the fact that you're literally doubling the purse for the other person.
Yeah. Well, again, like, I will not be overlooked. Again, you say, I'm going to take what is mine. So, another one, like, winning is what happens when you get sick and tired of being overlooked. Winning is what happens when your why is bigger than your opponent's why, when your hunger is greater, when your soul says, no, won't take it second anymore. First is mine, and I will take what is mine. Yeah.
Like,
no, this is mine. Like, I put in the work that was required. No one else is skipping the line. Y'all don't believe in me, that's fine.
Right.
Like, I'll bet on my damn self. And you know what gives me the best chance to succeed? Me betting on myself and putting in the work that is required to do it. So again, like, that's the thing. It's like, that's a recipe for success.
Yeah. No, I mean.
Yeah.
With that recipe,
talk. Oh, put your money where your mouth is. Talk the talk, and then walk the walk.
Have you ever had to like develop this confidence, or did you have it like through school?
I've always had it. It was like, I've always been smaller than people. I've always known I have it. Like, and that was one thing that came with early age. But then, like, a big thing again was like my father always being behind me and stuff. Like, my goals were never too big and stuff. Like, all right, you want to be all right, let's do this. All right, let's do this. All right, let's do this.
Do you think that support system gave you
100%
even much more of an advantage?
100%. I mean, that's the whole thing, is like, that's why I'm a big advocate of like Big Brother, Big Sister programs, stuff like that. Like, if no one's there to teach you how to be a man or woman, how are you supposed to become a man or woman?
Right.
Like, that's why half these juvenile delinquents, like, they don't have a father growing up. And that's the whole crap. I have a problem with people trying to destroy the nucleus family, because when you don't have a mother or father, you are longing for that love that a mother or father gives to you.
Right.
And without that love, you are then more susceptible to fall into pressure situations or gangs or or like
things that give you that sense
programs
of
like that are false, like BLM
right.
and stuff like that, to where like it's shown to be this one thing and it's not.
Right,
you know,
exactly.
Things like that.
The image it's portraying is not what it truly is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I mean it's, it's definitely a blessing. I am the man I am because of my father.
Right. No, that's great that you had that though. I mean, I know. Yeah. I know it felt so much better too because you knew that you had that behind you. Like,
oh yeah.
You know.
Well, like the hardest thing is not having anyone in your corner.
Yeah.
I mean, but like I had one ish.
Right.
You know, like my mom was my corner too, but yeah, like that was it.
Right.
You know, the rest was just me.
Man,
grinding.
you seem like a unit, dude. It was enough for you.
Yeah.
That was the push that you needed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. The thing is like, no, I'm just gonna. I'll be fine.
Right, you'll do it.
I'll grind you.
So yeah. I did have one more question real quick.
Yeah.
So what are some things that you would want to get into that you haven't like gotten into yet? Because I know you're fighting. I know you got that going on right now. But what are some things that, if you had the opportunity and time to do, what are some things you get into?
Actually, something I'm going to get into is going to help me in numerous factors and sellability and stuff. I'm going to get into like dancing and stuff. Like when I start beating the shit out of people in the ring, dance on these bitches.
Backflip.
No, yeah, dance on these like just parades, stuff like that. Having a good flow with like doing anything of sellability, stuff like that, like
creating a presence online.
Yeah, and I mean, I've always like my footwork's good and stuff, so I mean, I should be able to learn it and stuff. I just never been taught, never tried, stuff like that. So I'd be interested to try that. I want to eventually, after like. Again, the main thing is just this boxing, like, and grinding out, just seeing how I go. Like, I'm going to see what I can do in 1 year. Like, within 6 months' time, I'm about to have 6 belts.
Oh, God.
No, yeah, that's definitely what's going to, like, get you going fast. You just fighting every other month.
That's what I'm saying. I'm the man. Come get some. You know, that's the thing you got to do. But, depending on how this goes and stuff, like, I want to get a sponsorship with Barstool Sports.
Yeah.
And fight and break world records or something. I want to go, like, on Survivor or Amazing Race.
Yeah.
Some of that. So, like, those are kind of like
things bro, that's right down your alley. I would love to see you on.
That's the next
I definitely see you on Survivor wearing that damn bandana.
Dude, that'd be dope as fuck. That would be lit to see on there.
So that's the next 2 years goal, I guess, right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about being on TV? How did that make you feel like for the
I don't care anything about anything like that. Like my biggest thing is it's almost annoying when people try to put you on a pedestal for like just being on a show or something like that, and I'm like, when people come up to me and like act like I'm like, you can tell which people like don't value themselves,
right?
Because they're like, oh my gosh, like I'm meeting like a celebrity. I'm like, I'm a normal person. Like I didn't do anything special. Like I did what I'm good at and what I'm called to do.
Like what you want to do. Yeah,
exactly. I'm just having fun with what I'm like. I'm not better than anybody. I'm just better at what I do than other people. Like you know, like everyone's good at something. Like, you know, like I can beat both of y'all's ass in anything athletically, but y'all can beat my ass in whatever like y'all are good at. You know what I'm saying?
We could play basketball one day. I'd be down to play basketball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And so but that's the thing, like you all have your own niche.
No, exactly. Yeah.
And like, and I was blessed with this, and I would, again, like why I was driving passion to go in, like with this skill and stuff, with this drive, want, and like
you've got to put it towards something.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's why it is equaled out what it is. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's great.
No, definitely.